Today we're diving into the fascinating world of how our brain works, especially focusing on tiny proteins and genes that keep everything ticking. Let's talk about human cortical proteins. These are the special molecules in our brain's cortex, the outer layer that handles everything from thinking to dreaming. They're like the VIPs of cellular communication, interacting with gene sequences to produce proteins that do all sorts of important jobs. Some of these proteins target specific neurons, guided processes, like neurogenesis. Yes, that's the fancy term for how neurons grow projections called neurons, which eventually form those intricate arborizations or neural trees that help your brain connect the dots. Now, among these proteins, neurotrophins like neurogrowth factor and neurotrophin 3 are crucial. Think of them as the brain's personal trainers. They promote axon regeneration and support the growth and survival of neurons, especially in regions like the hippocampus, which is our memory center. When these neurotrophic factors do their job, they help extend neurites and encourage the formation of new synapses, both excitatory and inhibitory. Sometimes things go awry in neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. The delicate balance is upset. For example, beta amyloid deposition forms sticky plaques that clog up the neural streets, leading to cognitive decline and neuropathologic changes. Researchers use proteomics, the big word for analyzing protein patterns, to understand these shifts. By studying plasma proteomics and peripheral biomarkers, scientists hope to find early signs of diseases, much like a detective looking for clues. On the molecular level, cell adhesion molecules and presynaptic proteins keep neurons glued and communicating smoothly. Imagine them as the molecular glue and the wiring specialists, ensuring messages get across effectively. Some proteins, like the N-ethylamide sensitive fusion protein, attachment protein, are involved in vesicle fusion, helping neurotransmitters, chemical messengers cross synapses, whether excitatory synapses that excite or inhibitory ones that calm things down. Now, the immune system is also involved in this brain party. Factors like macrophage, migration inhibitory factor, and immunoglobulin and play roles in neuroinflammation, which can be a double-edged sword, necessary for healing but harmful if overactive. The histocompatibility complex, part of our immune system, even influences how the brain responds to injury or disease. So, from the tiny proteins guiding neuron growth to the big picture of neurodegeneration, it's clear that our brains are a marvel of biological engineering. Thanks for joining this whirlwind tour of the brain's molecular universe. Remember, every thought, memory, and smile starts with these microscopic superheroes working behind the scenes. Stay curious, stay healthy, and keep those neurons firing.